When I started thinking about this work, my biggest goal was to make the story clear, but to do it in a way that wasn't sort of using old-fashioned mime or, you know, old traditions or sort of conventions of classical ballet, but to still make the story the most important thing. I'm not an intellectual choreographer, and I don't think this is an intellectual work. I want it to be something that appeals to the senses and to your heart. So, and also you're working with such beautiful music that I really wanted to let the music speak as well. It's my first time working with Prokofjew, and I've danced Romeo and Juliet a lot, but I've never choreographed to it, and it was quite easy. It's very lush, it's very romantic, and sometimes it's hard to fight that for me, and so sometimes I didn't, because sometimes you can hear how he characterizes people like Juliet or the nurse in the music, and sometimes you might think, oh, I want something a bit darker or a bit more earthy, but the music tells you something else. So sometimes there's just ways of hearing what Prokofjew's doing and figuring out how you can make the character speak the way you want to. One thing that's interesting is when you approach storytelling through movement and dance, just how much more abstract things are than when you're dealing with specific words. So it's sort of that challenge of conveying very sometimes beautiful imagery and ideas that are captured by Shakespeare in words, and then trying to figure out how that lives in the body. We worked so hard for 7 weeks, 7.5 weeks to create this ballet, and there's just so much more to be done in terms of investigating and discovering. So I think it's really just the beginning, and hopefully in the performances that the dancers can start playing and discovering even more possibilities on their own.